Hello and welcome to the new employee orientation being brought to you by the City of Gainesville Office of Equity and Inclusion. My name is Shakayla Birch. I am a compliance investigator with the Office of Equity and Inclusion. Today, you will be hearing from myself as well as Innocent Umoyang, another compliance investigator in the office. First, I want to congratulate all of you on your new exciting roles here at the City of Gainesville. I hope that this training is not only beneficial for you, but really reinforces the idea that you made the right choice by joining the city. And with that, the theme or objective of today's presentation is that you are entitled to a workplace free of discrimination. What we mean by this statement is that regardless of your looks, any characteristics that you may have, you are entitled to a workplace that is free of bullying, harassment, retaliation, and any unfair treatment based on your protected class. In implementing that objective, today we're going to talk about the Office of Equity and Inclusion's vision, mission, core values, and goals. We're also going to discuss the office's distinctive role here at the city, and also the enforcement and anti-discrimination policies that we enforce for internal and external employees and citizens. The vision of the Office of Equity and Inclusion is to aspire to help create and sustain a citywide culture that understands that diversity, equity, and inclusion are essential to the city's mission and strategic direction. We will serve as a change agent to shape the City of Gainesville future to one where all community builders and neighbors can fully realize their potential. Our mission is to provide expertise, tools, data, and programming to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Also, we drive cultural transformation through education, policy development, and guidance, the celebration of diversity, and fair and objective responses to complaints and concerns. Continuing on to our core values, each member of our team approaches our work with the heart of a public servant. We are dedicated to fostering an environment of transparency, equity, integrity, and accountability. Our goals are to increase education and awareness of diversity, equity, and inclusion, enhance policy development using an equity lens, expand outreach to include more small, minority, and women small business owners, and to provide timely, fair, and objective responses to complaints and concerns. Now to get specifically into our role and ensuring that you as a community builder have a workplace that's free of discrimination, we try to provide guidance with laws and policy concerning the workplace. We conduct internal investigations into complaints of discrimination. We also help with ADA compliance as far as reasonable accommodations. We also provide assistance with affirmative action and diversity work plans. We are out in the community with public engagement and community outreach. We provide small, minority, and veteran business procurement program assistance, as well as proactive awareness training and other initiatives to enhance diversity and inclusion. Awareness training. Our office provides diversity training for all employees or community builders. Specifically, yearly, each of you will receive an email about diversity training towards the end of the fiscal year. The training will provide information about discrimination, harassment, retaliation, and some techniques in order to deal with those situations. Outside of that training, we also provide specific anti-harassment and discrimination training, as well as diversity and affirmative action work plan training. And if you are a supervisor or leader in your area, we offer targeted departmental training. This could be any type of training to fit your specific needs, whether it's about discrimination, harassment, handling conflict amongst employees, you name it, we can create a training about it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Innocent Umoyang. I'm one of the compliance investigators here with the city Office of Equity and Inclusion. Again, we're going to talk about discrimination. What is discrimination? Discrimination is the unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people. Anti-discrimination laws are designed to prevent discrimination against specific protected classes. By protected classes, I mean your race, color, gender, age, religion, national origin, marital status, sexual orientation, disability, gender identity, and retaliation. This applies to all aspects of employment, hiring, terms and conditions, benefits and privileges, post-employment, promotion, termination, harassment, and more. Anti-discrimination laws and policy. There are several laws that govern discrimination. We have the federal law, the state law, and of course, the city ordinance. These laws and policies can apply to both employees and citizens. Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, that's the federal law. American with Disabilities Act, ADA, Age Discrimination in Employment Act, ADEA, City of Gainesville Code of Ordinance, that's the local ordinance, Chapter 8, and the City of Gainesville Equal Opportunity Policies 1 through 8. That's what the policy we use when we do the internal investigation. We apply those policies. ADA compliance. The American with Disabilities Act, ADA, is a federal civil rights law that prohibits discrimination against disabled individuals. ADA requires employers to provide reasonable accommodation to qualified individuals with disabilities who are employees or applicants for employment, unless to do so would cause undue hardship. An accommodation is a change in the city's work role, facility, or condition which enables a qualified individual with a disability to apply for a job, perform the essential functions of a job, or enjoy equal access to benefits and privileges of employment. An accommodation is reasonable if it is effective in producing the desired result and balances the need for the applicant or employee and the city. So if you have any question, of course, you can always contact our office. Ben Howard is the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Manager. Contact information is right there on the screen. ADA compliance policy. The ADA also prohibits discrimination against people with disability in public areas. Under this law, people with disability are entitled to all of the rights, privileges, advantages, and opportunities that others have when participating in public programs and activities, and when using public services and facilities. The City of Gainesville will make reasonable accommodation for access to city buildings, services, programs, and activity. Internal investigation. The Office of Equity and Inclusion handled the investigation of employee complaints of discrimination based on a protected class. By internal investigation, I mean city employees can file a complaint in our office and we conduct internal investigation. We are a neutral third party investigating whether a violation of city policies and laws has occurred. You have 180 days to file a complaint from the date of the alleged incident. Investigation can include on-site visit, interviews, reviewing policies and procedures, and other relevant documents. Our goal is to complete the investigation within 100 days, but as you probably imagine, we have different cases, we have different issues. Sometimes we will go over 100 days. But if we do, we will notify you as an employee time limit. Internal complaint process. When we conduct internal investigation, the first step is when you as an employee or prospective employee file a complaint, it's called the intake process. When a complaint is filed, we sit down with you, the employee, and go over the complaint. And when a complaint is filed, signed by you, we notify the respondent, in this case, the charter officer or the department head. In that process, we try to mediate the case. In other words, we try to resolve the case. If the case is successfully mediated, of course, it's resolved. The case is closed. If not, then we continue with the investigation. The next steps after mediation will be the full-blown investigation. At that stage, we request information from the charter officer and gather that information, interview witnesses, and then, of course, we continue the investigation, keep you appraised of what is going on. And the end, we write a final investigative report, and submit that to our charter officer. We issue a response and send it to our charter officer, and then they will review it and they implement the recommendation. Alternative agencies. Alternative agencies, by this I mean you have other options to file a complaint. If you don't feel comfortable filing a complaint with us, you have other options, the federal and the state. With the federal government, you have 300 days to file a complaint from the date of the alleged incident. Contact information is the Federal Equal Opportunity Commission in Miami, or the state in Tallahassee. You have 365 days to file a complaint with the state. That is the Florida Commission on Human Relations in Tallahassee. The contact information there is 4075 Applenet Way Road, Room 110, Tallahassee, Florida. Again, you can always contact our office and we'll be glad to give you this information. Again, our contact information is the Office of Equity and Inclusion. We are located in the old library building, 222 East University Avenue, on the second floor, the same building with HR. So you can call us, email us, and stop by our office. So you can easily reach us by telephone, cell phone, and email. Again, our compliance investigator, my name is Innocent Omoyang and Shakela Birch. We'll be glad to answer any question that you may have. You can reach us through email or our office number.